Prospect dominance and the other fun. Let's see, shall we? Odd guard, striking presence, what you're right, using the your language adventuring attempt. I thought it was much. Prospectometer seldom lies, and what you just said, you've made the right choice in visiting our humble workshop. Welcome to this fast manufactory. Where miracles are born from aether, metal, and imagination. From cannons to ballistas, we develop and manufacture a range of weapons designed for slaying dragon invaders. We are also accepting students who wish to take up a firearm and learn the techniques of the machinist. What say you? Are you interested in joining us in exploring the machinist discipline? Are you interested in exploring the machinist discipline? You? No? How odd. I was certain my perspectometer had detected a high level of interest. Come now, you needn't get shy. I shall be here should you surrender to what is obviously your heart's desire. Some repairs of the airship? Easier said than done, my friend. We primarily oversee the production of dragon-slaying weapons such as ballistas and Bertha cannons under orders from House Hell and Arte. The Magitech utilized in these airships is most certainly not within our regular field of expertise. It is no simple matter to rush anything, but I suppose if we are already contend with the Horde, it cannot be helped. Tell Clax we will do what we can. Well, I'm not sure how we'll manage it. Diverting more of our men to work on the repairs should satisfy Clax's flood schedule. Please inform her we will finish as quickly as we're able. I am but a humble merchant, my dear miss, but I pride myself on my selection from folios for the scholasticate to chocobo fodder. I promise you I have it. Matthew is looking for an adventurer who is not afraid of a little hard work. What's this? Looking for a bit of work, are we? You don't look to be one strapped for a coin, but I never turn away anyone looking to make an honest gill. Would you mind taking a sack of chocobo fodder down to the holy stables and foundation? The stable master, Sevilla, is expecting a delivery. She paid me up front, but fear not. That was merely for the fodder. There's still a delivery charge, and you're welcome to it if you take the fodder down there for me. Keeping the legend. He has the look of a man who has lost everything. Good day to you, miss. How may I help you? Oh, you wish to help me? Well, your timing couldn't be better. It would seem I have misplaced the record of sales for my most esteemed client, St. Endelum's Scholastic. Said client has requested another volume from the 72 articles of Hellenic polity. There are 14 in total, and try as I might, I cannot recall which one they specified. Surely you can imagine how embarrassing it would be were I to ask them, again, myself and they, to learn the reason why. That's why I need you to go in my stead. No need for overt inquiries. Just make small task and surreptitiously examine the shelves to see what might be missing. I want to dream of benign volunteers the chance to make a few gil. Any payment offered upon delivery is yours to keep. The last thing I need is to tell clients I've forgotten their order. Please go to the Scholastic and find out which volume is missing. Pick up the sack of chocobo fodder. Deliver the chocobo fodder to Sevilla in the holy stables. Search for the 72 articles in the Scholastic. Speak with the seminarians. Speak with lay. Allies. Oh, chestnut masturbating. Alice is waiting for something with bated breath. The trap is set. All I can do now is wait. Are you not the new ward of House Fortum? The city is practically buzzing with talk of you. I don't suppose you could spare a moment. A thief has been pilfering the profits of merchants here at the Jeweled Crozier, and I mean to flush him out. I placed 3 sacks of counterfeit coins about the land as bait. Could you check to see if any are missing? If the thief has taken any of the sacks, the trap will have been sprung. Please go see if they are still there. Check the traps placed around the Jeweled Crozier. The stack of counterfeit coins is still in place. The sack of counterfeit coins has been taken. Counterfeit coins is still in place. though they've taken the bait. Excellent. What they've likely failed to note, however, is the hole in the bottom of the sack. Not a gaping hole, mind you, just large enough for a coin or two to trickle out as they flee to their hiding place. Let us follow the trail and see who is behind all this. The hole in the sack is fairly small, so I doubt they notice the occasional coin falling to the ground. Follow the trail, they cannot hide now. Find a poorly crafted counterfeit coin. Instead of playing. This is up here in our. We have been studying letters instead of playing knights and knaves. We've had our. We'd have our lemon cakes. Oh, thank goodness, the swiftness of your report is most appreciated. The advent of the airship is truly a wonderful thing, but not without its hindrances, as you can see. They allow us to cross the ice wall blocking passage to western Kirthis and navigate the Sea of Clouds. The Halone have mercy on the ship that should encounter dragons. That is why the Holy See has seen fit to employ machinists and astrologians in the operation of our airships. Airships are quite the innovation, but I never imagined scheduling flights could be so infuriating. Snowstorms, thunderclouds, or Dravanian assaults. I swear if I have to cancel one more flight. What are you giving me that look for? Is it a crime to stand around minding my own business? Leave me alone. Choose this back with the counter and put coins bottomless purse. Candy snacks and candy coins to lace. What did you find at the end of the trail? Bottomless purse. Bottomless only in the sense that it has a hole in the bottom. A young girl, you say? No doubt she's the thief from the broom I've heard so much about. I can't imagine the pain she must feel alone in the world at a time such as this. My heart goes out to her. It truly does, but stealing is simply inexcusable. If she's as clever as people claim her to be, she will know not to try something so foolish again. Hollowed chestnut mask of aiming. Hollowed chestnut mask of healing. Hollowed chestnut mask of casting. Golden silver piece. Hello again, miss. In spite of the recent disturbances, business as usual here in the Crozier, and our merchants peddle on with purpose. The 72 articles? I do recall borrowing a volume, which one I cannot say, but I had time to read it. Truth be told, my so-called schoolmates have kept me rather preoccupied of late. Not a day goes by without them pulling some childish prank on my dear friend Theomosent. Well, they try at least. I do what I can to see their plans come to naught. Besides, to know they will move on to become clergymen or even prelates. We live in a truly unjust world. Yes, I borrowed a volume of the 72 articles, though I cannot remember which. Try to keep your voice down when inside the scholastica. Have I been in here before? No, actually. Pray do not disturb the seminarians while they are at their studies. What do you do here? What kind of place is this? I do still teach on occasion. My primary responsibilities are now administrative, as I serve directly under Headmistress Alviana. Her knowledge of the Enchiridion is without peer, and it is well that His Eminence appointed her to oversee the Scholastica. However, owing to her age, she is unable to attend to all her duties. Frankly, it's altogether too much work for one man. I could use someone intelligent and capable. Perhaps my nephew, if he would stop gallivanting about and come back to the city. St. Endelim's Scholastica is where God-fearing men and women come to seek a proper theological education. We are an equal opportunity institution, I might add. Here you will find the sons and daughters of great houses studying side by side with those of more humble origins. All that is required is a recommendation provided by one of the clergy. Our curriculum encompasses a diverse range of subjects, from the fundamentals of Ishgardian theology to the intricacies of canon law. We also offer more specialized instruction for those who wish to focus on medicinal or magical fields. However, to ensure that seminarians are adequately prepared for these studies, they must first complete both the trivium and the quadrivium. Rigorous courses comprised of grammar, rhetoric, logic, arithmetic, geometry, astrology, and music. Oh, pardon me, the 72 articles? Why yes, I've been poring over volumes 12 and 13. The subject matter is quite dense, hardly something that could be handled in a single sitting. If you have tried, I could bear to part with them for a short while. No? I see. In that case, I shall continue my studies. Subject matter of volumes 12 and 13 is quite perplexing, but to become a clergyman requires diligence and great sacrifice. You are studying the 72 articles as well? Sigh, I suppose that makes one of us. I require volume 4, but it has yet to be returned. It outlines the canon laws of the Ishgard orthodoxy. In truth, these books are all rather dense, especially after the 11th volume. You must memorize the teachings of the 4th to set a foundation for everything that follows. Light was the last to borrow it as far as I know, but he's been so busy of late. Something about helping children being bullied. If he is truly so busy, I wish he would at least return the book to us. I believe Lay still has the 4th volume. If I had known he would keep it for so long, I would have skipped ahead in my studies to pore over it. Ha! A low-born stumbles into the scholasticate and thinks herself qualified to study orthodox doctrine? How droll. Our facilities are reserved for those who have potential, like myself. I'll have you know that I'm working through the final volume of the 72 articles. A simpleton like you could spend a lifetime in study and fail to comprehend a single word, I expect. But don't let me dissuade you. Start with volume 1 and mull over the first few pages for a year or so. Arkham Baden. For the last time, I'm reading through the 14th volume. You can count, can't you? Sigh, I will never understand why they let you people in here. You find volume 10 lying on the table. You find a listing for volumes 1 through 9 on the shelf, however volumes 4 and 6 appear to be missing. You find volume 6 on the shelf. Back from the Scholasticate? Good. So which volume are they missing? I think it's volume 1. It might be volume 4. It could have been volume 6. I'm positive it's volume 8. It has to be volume 11. Volume 13 is the one you need. I didn't see volume 14 anywhere. 11. Apparently it's 11. Volume 11. Yes, that's it. Yes, that's it. I remember now. Phew, my business and reputation are safe thanks to you. As I'm sure you can imagine, falling out of their good graces would bode ill for business. The Scholastica is the cornerstone of education within the church, and all members of the clergy must pass through its doors. With but a word from the headmistress, I could lose everything I own, or worse. Thanks to you, my dear madam, my business is safe. You've helped me more than you'll ever know. Titanium helm of fending, titanium mask of maiming, titanium headgear of striking, titanium headgear of scouting, elegant sailor piece. I want to dream of denying a long gone too. Wait. The thing is on. The thing is on. Oh. Oh. Welcome to the Holy Stables. What can I do for you? A mixture of chopped fresh greens and hay for delivery to the Holy Stables. Oh, the fodder. Splendid. The chocobos are in for a treat. We specialize in the breeding and training of cavalry chocobos, so we must do nothing but the very best. They're put through an intermittently harsh training regimen. No other chocobo, the finest stock in Europe. That's why my assistant and I... Wait a second. Where is my assistant? Sorry, no doubt he's run off to the light feather proving grounds again. Would you be a dear and go get him for me? And tell him to expect chocobo powder for breakfast if he doesn't hurry. I'd wager a month of his pay because he's spectating at the light feather proving grounds. Could you call him back here? We have work to do. Looking for who? Oh, the stableman? He went inside not too long ago. Hello there, welcome to the Light-Headed Proving Grounds. Hello there, come for a few matches as well. I take it, have you ever seen anything so exhilarating? There is nothing in this world more majestic than the chocobo, spirited and resilient, with plumage kissed by the golden sun. They are my passion, and I long to someday breed the perfect chocobo. Fortunately, I work at the holy stables, where I'd never had the opportunity. Sevilla's looking for me? Bugger me with a hay fork. The fodder must have arrived. The matches will have to wait. Thanks for the tip, friend. He practically tripped over himself running in here not long ago. Thank you for finding him, Sai. I'll have to buckle down if he's serious about becoming a realm-renowned breeder. Though he's off to a good start having come here. Ishgard is famous for raising chocobos, you know. They've always been the steed of choice on the battlefield. The proving grounds where you found my starry-eyed assistant ensure they get plenty of practice. Well, I say it's practice, but it also makes a good show for the folks spectating as well. You should see for yourself sometime. Nothing like feathers flying from two chocobos fluttering, almost dancing back and forth in the arena. You'll quickly come to understand why they call it the Light Feather Proving Grounds. And as long as this stable stands, you can be sure our chocobos will be there. I'll confess the weather has been more than unkind to our chocobo chicks. But we have traditions and a reputation to uphold. The holy stables, I guarantee you'll find no finer stock of battled chocobos. Or if your gaze is fixed skyward, we also specialize in black chocobos trained for flight. Starveling. A mongrel? Not sure I catch your meaning. To a blue blood, we're all of us dogs down here. A mongrel? Not sure I catch your meaning. To a blue blood, we're all of us dogs down here. Look around you, milady. Mongrels are as far as the eye can see. Not a single shred of information, just as I expected. These revolutionaries would not have evaded capture for so long without the masses' complicity. Still, it is good to know that the Taro's ears are as sharp as ever. Hallowed, Raymond Gaskins of aiming. Hallowed, Raymond Gaskins of healing. Hallowed, Raymond Gaskins of casting. Holding a silver piece. If you haven't yet, you should learn the Manderville art of parlay. It's surprisingly effective as long as you stick to topics you know well. For example, the other day I was discussing the copper ore market with this one gentleman. Spice of life, Afno is not one to be easily deterred. Titanium cuirass offending, titanium mail offending, titanium mail of striking, titanium mail of scouting, Elgin silver piece. Frustrating though it may be, we must press on. While I continue speaking with the people of the Broom, why not go and see if Gibralont knows aught of Valley? Was the proprietor of the Forgotten Knight. Surely he must have heard whispers of the mongrel before. We can only hope that he will be more forthcoming than the others. Speak with Gibralont. You know, people long for a sympathetic ear, but they need to know that it comes with tight lips. Discretion, friend, that's what my customers expect. If they don't get it, then I don't get them. That being said, I'm not without my sympathies. I've heard the tales, and I know you've done right by highborn and lowborn alike. Least I can do is point you in the right direction, but to do that, I'll need you to do something for me. So happens there's a hunter up in the Crozier who owes me a fair bit of coin. However, I've agreed to accept payment in fresh herbs. Go and get them for me, agreed? Tell the hunter I sent you, and he should hand over the herbs without a fuss. Come back here. Wait, what? Come back here as soon as you have them. Simple as that. Speak with the hunter. Speak with the hulking hunter in the pillars. So you're Gibberlon's friend? Wait, so you're Gibberlon's errand girl? Good, good. How's he doing? Same as always, right? Right? Then he wrote, I hope he appreciates how much trouble I had to go through on account of his bloody herbs. Tell him to enjoy them while they last, because I doubt I'll be able to find any more next year. We'll refresh herbs to Gibberlon. Sniff, sniff. Well, you going to hand them over or not? Fresh herbs. This nameless flora has a pleasant enough scent to suggest it is most likely not poisonous. Aye, this ought to do it. With a few other spices, I can make it just like she used to. There are a few things which stir the hearts of men, like a sip of mulled wine. Share a glass with the right people, and who knows what stories they'll share. Noble expressions. Gibberlon has a faraway look in his eyes. Now that I think on it, there's a woman I know who's rather fond of this blend. Puritha is her name, and she resides in the Pillars. She's a maidservant to some noble house or another, I forget. Anyway, be a shame if she didn't get to try this wine. Why not give her a bottle? Wonder what it's like being waited on by scores and scores of servants. After a time, the faces must start to blur together, but the servants, they remember. How can they not? Deliver the twice mulled wine to here. Yes, I am Hyretha. Hyretha. Beg your pardon, but do I know you, miss? Twice mulled wine. This wine is cooled after its first mulling and allowed to stir for a fortnight before mulling a second time with a fresh muslin bag of spices for delivery to one Hyretha. I know this smell. This is the wine that girl used to prepare. Her special recipe. It must be decades since I last tasted this. Oh, the poor dear. Such a shame that she was taken in by that baron. He cut a dashing figure. I'll grant you that. Tall, slender, long of ear. Sighed, but those dazzling ruby eyes of his were filled with lust. 'Twas not more than infatuation. But she convinced herself it was love. It was love, and he couldn't help but take advantage. But when her belly started to grow, gods, the scandal. I mean, 'tis not an uncommon occurrence, but that it was with a furor made it so much, well, I needn't tell you. She was discharged from his service, cast out into the streets like so much refuse. After she returned to the broom, we drifted apart. I only learned of her death years later by chance. Gods, it feels like a lifetime ago. So the amorous nobleman beds his maidservant, then casts her aside when the seed takes root. Not the most original tale, is it? Cold comfort for the women and children who live it, though. Child apart, everyone's face is a mask, but beneath it you sense something old and bitter. Even the penitent can appreciate wine from time to time. Take Gerald Duas, for example. Surely you've heard of him, no? He's a monk who offers succor to the poorest of the poor in the broom. A man of many vows, but none which prohibit spirituous beverages. Aye, if ever there was a man who deserved a drink, it'd be him. There's no shortage of suffering in this world, is there? Yet all too often men of means are happy to turn a blind eye. Why should I care? It's not my story, they say. But they're wrong. They're a part of it, same as we all are. Over the twice mulled wine, said Geraldor. Halone's blessings be upon you, miss. A gift? For me? This wine is cooled after its first mulling and allowed to sit for a fortnight before mulling a second time with a fresh muslin bag of spices for delivery to one Gerald Duas. the scent, how reminiscent of a wine once made by a dear old friend. May her soul rest in peace. Forsaken by her family, she toiled tirelessly to feed and clothe her child. Yet somehow she found time to help me tend to those in even worse circumstances. So compassionate she was, so full of love to her fellow man. 'Twas that love which gave her child strength to endure the scorn of the other younglings. Sigh. That little girl, bless her heart. She couldn't help what she was. Eventually she won them over, but those first few years were trying. Even more so when she had to start fending for herself. I remember days she spent standing on the walls, raven black hair flowing in the wind, staring out as if searching for her mother's face in the mists. I shall raise a glass to their memories tonight. She was a remarkable woman, Reefern. After everything she was forced to endure, she still remained hopeful for the future, for her daughter's future. Dwelt lines. Riverlant has the look of a man weighing his words with the greatest of care. Some bonds are thicker than blood, but blood still defines us and divides us in the end. It's the legacy of our parents, Reefern, and we can't escape it, no matter how hard we try. So the mongrel and her pups chose to embrace theirs, to proclaim it to all and sundry. If you can understand that, then maybe you can find her on your own. You meet all sorts of people in this line of work, good, bad, they've all got their reasons. You too, I suppose. Aether compass. Don't think I've seen anything like that lying around. Sorry I couldn't be of more help. Speak with the broom, starveling. Still looking for your mongrel? Like I said before, take your pick. Plenty around, if you know where to look. Or did you fancy someone specific? I'm looking for a mongrel with ruby red eyes and raven black hair. I'm looking for a mongrel with raven black eyes and ruby red hair. I think it's this one. Oh, someone's got unusual tastes. Afraid I can't help you, though. Won't, rather. It's bloody obvious you ain't of the broom. Did you think I'd just tell you because you asked nicely? progress, Rufren? So our Mongol was born of Vanellazan nobleman and a Huron maidservant. Granted, it is no location, but it is far more information than we had before. Yes, now that her striking features are known to us, mayhap we need only remain vigilant. Fire and blood. Alfino is considering how best to proceed with the hunt for the Mongol. There must be a way we can draw the Mongol out into the open. Mayhap we should discuss this with Tataru. Speaking of which, where is Tataru? Oh, confound it. She went below to make inquiries on her own, didn't she? We must find her quickly, Rufren. I have a premonition this is not going to end well. Cast your gaze over the streets below, but see no sign of the tower. She must be around here somewhere. I take it you've had no luck either? What? I'm sorry. Forget I said anything. Wait, down there. Isn't that Tataru? Gasp. Those men are chasing her. Quickly, we run after them.
Where do you think you're going, Missy?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend.
What's going on here?
What's it to you, boy? Piss off.
Hold on, I've seen them around. They're in and out of House Hortont's manor all the time.
Oh, I see. Skulking about at your highborn master's bidding, eh? Bloodhounds hoping to catch a whiff of heresy, is that it?
You are quite mistaken, I assure you. We came here to help. And if you know what's good for you, you will let us pass.
Haha! Listen to the pups yapping. Come here, boy. I'll give you cause to yelp.
Enough! Leave threatening women and children to our betters. We don't have the knack.
Hilda!
Lay a finger on the Blue Blood's pups, and you're like to lose the hand. And often I get called on by glorious heroes like yourself. So tell me, what have I done to deserve you?
Hilda. much care for my story about the weathered king. For once it would seem the fates are smiling upon us. Had those ruffians forced our hand, I dare not think what would have ensued. Whatever it is you've got to say, say it. I've got my eye on you. Speak with Hilda. Before you start, let's go somewhere a bit more private, eh? The Forgotten Knight say? Speak with Hilda at the Forgotten Knight. If you're nervous, I could try parlaying with them on our behalf. Perhaps they'd be interested in techniques for working lawn logs, or maybe the tale of the cursed Gladius. Oh, I know, the legendary skillet. Everyone loves that one. I think it best if you take the lead this time, refrain. Whatever it is you've got to say, say it. I've got my eye on you. Duty calls, commence battle for fire and blood. If your level is above 59, it will be synced. So it's a battle. To duty.
So, while you're on your way to kill Nidhogg, you stumbled on some dirty secrets that the Holy See has been hiding for centuries.
Eh? What are they on about?
The High Houses. And what makes a nobleman so bleeding noble? They trace their blood back to King Thordan and his Knights 12, the founders of Ishgard. But our friends here reckon we're all descended from the heroes of Eld. Highborn and lowborn alike. And so Sir Emmerich, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, has gone to ask the Archbishop if he wouldn't mind letting everyone know.
Is he simple? The old bastard will have him executed for heresy.
Well, seems to me that's what the good sir wants. Seems he thinks a noble sacrifice will serve to prove his claims.
We cannot stand idly by and allow Sir Emmerich to do this. Ishgard has need of him.
Look, you've a good heart, I can see that. Willing to risk your neck for someone else even when his troubles ain't yours. But what's this got to do with me?
If Sir Emmerich is imprisoned in the vault, we will need all the help we can muster to breach their defenses and rescue him.
What in the hell's...
The unmistakable scent of heresy.
Cherubert.
And what do we have here? The honored guests of House Fortom consorting with the Queen of Rats. Ooh, plotting insurrection, I shouldn't wonder. That won't do. Sickness is wont to fester and spread. It must be burnt out ere the infection takes hold.
I reckon Sir'd be happy to wield the irons himself. Well, so happens I've got irons of my own.
Such simple creatures, rats. Certain to attack when cornered. Let us step outside, milady. In here your toys could hurt someone.
If it's a fight you want, then come and get it. My such good business, I think we've only just begun.
Right there!
There's no end to that. You take care of it when you bring the thunder too strong. You are beyond belief. How marvelous.
Use it.
I found it. I failed it, so try again. All of you, it is that madness. It is madness. Why are you fighting? There's Hufflepuff over here. Outfitting the noble bastard and making Hufflepuff bitch. Carm. Carm. Carmen! Come over here. bullet between your eyes.
Bear witness! Helone, guide my sword!
Alright.
Filthy rats! There's no denying your gifts. A well-deserved reputation indeed.
Hard.
Enough! Lucky bastard.
Nay, 'tis we who are lucky. Had we fought on, 'twas but a matter of time before our conflict claimed the life of an innocent bystander.
I thought the Heavensward might come here as well.
They came to the Temple Knights' headquarters.
Aye. Sir Gruno announced that the Lord Commander had been imprisoned under suspicion of heresy, and that the Heavensward had been granted full authority in his stead.
Then the Heavensward now commands the Temple Knights.
Those still loyal to Sir Emmerich answer to me. Alas, that amounts to but half our number. The other half, who opposed his promotion to Lord Commander, have gathered at the vault as ordered.
Bolstering the guard already, eh? If I didn't know any better, I'd say you were expected.
I take it you're in charge around here?
Hilda. And yes, the young master was just persuading me to join his lost cause. Convincing little beggar, isn't he? Your passion moves me. A bit. That, and the fact that we're sick of living off the leavings of our betters. If you've a mind to change things around here, then we've a mind to join you.
I never liked him, not since his days as an Inquisitor. He took far too much pleasure in his work. Time is of the essence, Reaper, and we must move quickly before they discern our intent. I had not reckoned with the Temple Knights' involvement, not as enemies at any rate. First Sir Grenal and Sir Pellicrane, and now this Cherubert character. I mean, it makes you wonder, doesn't it? Are all the Knights of the Heavensward this bad? Hoo hoo hoo. You didn't half give that highborn scum what for. That was a sight for sore eyes, that was. Bugger me if you ain't everything they say. How in the hells did you do that thing with the other thing? Let me guess, you're wondering why I chose the mongrel, right? Because it's what I am, and I'm not ashamed of it, not anymore. Besides, even my pure-blood pups have more in common with me than the lords and ladies up on high. None of them are well bred. Hell, some of their mothers were cast out after a spot of fun, same as mine. Story old as time, and we're sick of hearing, which is why we took up arms. Not that we mean to hold all the blue bloods to account. Some have done right by us, I'll allow, like them in House Hylinarte. But enough talk. Your friend's still rotting in a cell. Let's not keep him waiting. I do not relish the thought of facing the Temple Knights in battle, but what other choice do we have? The Knights calling. Now that all the players are assembled, Hilda is eager to get on with it. We've been working in secret to undermine the Holy See and the High Houses, that much I'll acknowledge. But this nonsense about us throwing wide the gates for the heretics is just that, nonsense. If not you, then who? You Temple Knights, of course. Reckoned it was your beloved Sir Emmerich's doing at first. But then I heard how he lost his head. My next best guess would be the Heavensward. That way, they'd have the perfect excuse to go door to door through the broom, slaughter the heretics and their sympathizers in one fell swoop. But the Heavensward scheme did not account for Lady Iceheart's intervention, and so they have been forced to improvise. A fine bloody mess, ain't it? But the die is cast, so what's the plan? We must divert the attention of the High Houses away from the city, and to do that we need the cooperation of your allies in their service. And what makes you think I have friends in high places? You would be fools not to, given your goals. Well-born knights are ideal recruits. Most swore fealty only out of desire for a better life. If offered an opportunity to shed the yoke and live for themselves, who among them would not at least be tempted to take it? Rare is the man eager to die for a cause he does not hold dear, but it need not come to that this day. If they and their fellow knights are deployed afield to deal with the new threat, a massing of heretics for example, then they will be unable to join in the defense of the vault. Huh? Spread false reports of an attack to get him out of harm's way, you mean? The city will not soon forget the heretics' last assault. If the High Houses believe another attack is imminent, they will have no choice but to act. Can it be done? Can we trick them into leaving Ishgard? Aye. Can we keep them out for long? Not bloody likely. Make sure you're ready before I send word, because you won't get a second chance at this. Then it is decided, to the vault. The Archbishop must be held to account. And the Lord Commander granted his liberty. You seriously mean to attack the vault, then, do you? As in charging there screaming and swinging steel? Bloody hells. So, what happens if we win? Did you see the way she wielded that weapon of hers? Maybe I should get one for my own protection. God's help me, I think we just might do this. With allies such as these, we cannot fail. One chance only, Refrain. Make it count.